Yo, what is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we're doing gameplay with the brand new Pink Diamond Paul Pierce. I'm interested to try out Paul Pierce, man. I think he's got the potential to be pretty good. I mean, besides his jumper. I'm a little concerned about the jump shot. On paper, he looks great, but we'll see what the jumper actually plays like and how good he really is. Before we hop into it, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 50,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day. Multiple videos a day. Would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. And without further ado, let's get into it and let's see what Paul Pierce is looking like. Shout out to my guy Citrix for letting me use his account to record this gameplay. I appreciate that a lot as well. And yeah, Paul Pierce, 6'7", 99 offense, 95 defense. Like I said, on paper, he is really good. He's got a 95 three ball, 95 mid-range, 95 close shot, 95 free throw, 85 driving dunk isn't bad, 90 ball handle, 87 steal, 89 perimeter, 87 interior, 90 speed, 88 spit ball, 92 agility, 85 vert, 90 strength, 96 stamina. Like on paper, he is really solid, well-rounded, has decent size. The two badge-wise, got Hoff, ankle assassin, challenger, dead-eye, handles for days, high flying denier, immovable, layup mixmaster, limitless range, on-ball menace, physical finisher, posterizer, set shot specialist, shifty shooter, strong handle. Like a lot of good badges, honestly, overall on the card. I don't know, man. I'm not sold on his jumper at all. And badge-wise, I mean, I would add Paint Patroller. He got 4 more badge slots, so Paint Patroller, maybe Dimer. I mean, he's really not missing much, to be honest, in terms of important badges. You could go Pogo Stick, Rebound Chaser, like Unpluckable maybe, but not a ton of like crazy important badges that he's missing or anything. On paper, I actually think he looks quite good, but the question is, how good really is he with that jump shot? Because I think that's where he really gets probably realistically held back more than anything else. But let's give it a shot and let's see what happens. That's the wrong card. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Paul Pierce. I mean, behind the back is pretty good. Escape is not. His behind the back creates a lot of space, though. I don't know what behind the back he's got, but it does seem like it creates a lot of space. Drag back. I mean, it's the same drag back Braun has. I wouldn't say it's amazing, but I don't like hate it. He doesn't have a great burst, it seems like, and his jumper is. I mean, that was an early. I don't know, man. It's the same thing as it's always been in terms of being a slower shot overall. If you're open, I don't think you should have really any issues knocking it down, but it's going to be easy to contest. I don't think that behind the back is going to be able to create enough space to really get that shot off with a ton of consistency. Floater looks good. Obviously, he's a solid slasher and everything, but I just don't think he's that insane animation-wise. You know what I mean? His dunk animations aren't ridiculous. He doesn't have a spectacular burst out of his behind the back or anything like that. Like, drag back isn't ridiculous. I don't know, man. I'm not sold overall on Paul Pierce, and I just don't know how great he really is going to be, because I don't think he's going to get a ton of space besides that behind the back, and even then, still going to be easy enough to contest with his jumper not being quite that fast. Defensively, he's fine, but it's like, I don't know. There's a lot of shooting guards I think I'd rather have than Paul Pierce, because jumper is so important at the position, and that's something that he just lacks. So, kind of kills the card for me. Not a guy I probably would recommend picking up, to be honest, but at the same time, we are going to hop into a game. We're going to see what Paul Pierce can do. Alrighty, we're going up against Glacademic, and he's got, I think, Derek Lively, Chris Bosh, Klay Thompson. Was that OG and Dylan Harper, I believe? We will see how this one goes. Not an insane team. Also, he's only got 13 wins matching up with a Tier 1 account. That's kind of unfortunate, I got to be honest. I feel like that's pretty unlucky. But what that does give us the opportunity to do is hopefully have a successful game with Paul Pierce, man. And you know what? First possession. Why not shoot a post fade? And green, a 4% contested. Okay, why not? I just was like, screw it. I caught it in the post. I'm going to shoot a post fade. You catch it where you shoot. You shoot it where you catch it, right? And Paul Pierce made it work. We'll take that. I gave a wide open 3. That's bad D. That is bad defense by your boy. It is what it is, though. We'll get right back into some offense here. Crossover. Boom. Drive the ball all the way downhill. Paul Pierce to the rim. Hey, he slams it home. Honestly, if he had a good jumper, I know his SIGs aren't amazing, but it'd be like the stats and badges are good enough, and you can kind of work with the movement enough to where this card actually would be pretty dang good if he had a good jumper. But he just hasn't had a good jumper since, when's the last time Paul Pierce had a good jumper? 2K21? That's the last time I can remember, I think, that he had a good shot. Like, in terms of not an in-game card, anyway. I feel like it was 2K21. I'm not 100% sure of that, but that's what it feels like to me. Drag back here. I'm trying to create space as best we can. You know what? We got downhill again. Got ourselves another dunk. We'll take it. I'd love to create space for a 3. I think the only way that's going to happen is off a pick and pop in all likelihood, or if we get really lucky and he gets stuck in a screen or something like that, we go middle, create enough space for it. That's a good move, and that's a good shot. Knock down. Look at this dude. Only 13 wins, but knocking down shots. I respect that. That's a good bucket right there. I don't know. Overall, hey, let's try to drive the ball here. Reset again. Boom. Boom. I'm shooting that one. You got Hoff Limitless, right? Still can't hit it. Dang it, man. Like, that's as good of a look as you're going to get. I just got to knock that down. I can't blame the card for that one at all. That's just got to be a bucket. One thing I will say, though, is when you are used to all of these fast jumpers, and then you have somebody like a Paul Pierce who does not have that, it's going to be... I mean, I think that is going to be at times a bit of an issue, to be honest. It's something where you may be like, okay, I got open finally, but I still don't feel confident knocking it down. That one we did, but you just have to hold it down longer than normal, and sometimes you're going to be so used to these quicker jumpers that it's going to be a little weird and a little tougher to, I think, knock it down even when you are open at times. But we got an open shot off that pick and pop, and we knock it down. Contest here up on Clay. I need to see some lateral defense here. Beautiful, beautiful. Clay's not the best shot creator anyway. That should be a stop is what that should be. Good defense here. Help down. Yep, get back to the corner, and Derek Lively just gets inside, gets a standing dunk. That's 95 standing right there. Can't be too annoyed about it. Opponent's playing good so far, man. I gotta give credit where it's due. Downhill drive again. Paul Pierce. Boom, boom. Drag it back. Stop and pop and force like a... Yeah, that was not a good shot. I'm not sure about this card, man, because he's just not a threat from three unless he gets left wide open. And against a really good player, that's not going to happen. You know what I mean? So... that's where the real issue with this card kind of is for me, where it's just like I feel like there's only so much he's going to be able to do on the offensive end of the court. He's one of those guys who's probably catch and rim run, but then it's like only has 85 driving dunk. You don't really there's a lot of guys you'd probably rather use for that role than Paul Pierce, right? That's a pump fake. It went in. We'll take it. That was absolutely supposed to be a pump fake, but you know what? 2 points is 2 points. And overall, I mean, he's got all 11 of our points so far on pretty solid efficiency. I'm not mad about that. That's good defense right there as well. Don't know why Scottie Pippen is guarding my center, but okay. Or his center, I mean, but whatever. Drag back again. Stop. Go middle. Chill. Back it out. Boom. Shot. Knockdown. Nope. Yeah. I mean, he's just so easy to contest. You kind of knew what the card was going to be before he even came out. That's the honest truth. Paul Pierce hasn't been good in my team in I don't know how long because of this issue every single year. He never has a good jumper, and so he's never a card. I've done I don't know how many gameplays on Paul Pierce cards over the last 4 years, and been like every single time it's pretty much the same thing. If it's not in game anyway, there's probably been one. I can't even remember, but there's probably been one or two like invincible / in game type Paul Pierce cards that have come out that were actually pretty good and had a different jumper. But otherwise, like, man, I don't know. It's just me again, but. This isn't a card to me that, like, is a guy I really would want to run, I don't believe. It's good efficiency, though. 13 points on 67% from the field. I mean, I can't complain about that. Defensively not... Oh, good blow by right there. That's good offense right there. Defensively not terrible so far. That's just good offense right there by my opponent. I'm not mad about Paul Pierce there. He just used his drag back well and bursted downhill effectively. Speaking of bursting downhill effectively, Paul Pierce has gotten to the rim pretty effectively in this game. 15 points. Probably has 3 dunks, something like that. Playing pretty good so far. Oh my gosh. That drag back low-key cooked me there, but we're good. Going to the mid-range. Float game. Oh my goodness, he gets a bucket. That's a nice animation right there too. Look at Paul Pierce laying the ball up high off of the backboard and in, and we are only down by 1. All right, Paul, I need you to fight on defense. We got kind of blown by there, but you know what? We recovered okay. Now we get back out to OG. Yep, we're good. Jump at him. Yep. Good anticipation that he's going to try to get that shot off. Well done by Scottie Pippen. I need one more bucket, Paul. Let's take the lead right here. In fact, let's do it with a 3. God, I hate his jumper. Get this card off the court, bro. If he had a decent shot, man, he really would be so dang tough. But instead, 2K gives him, like, the crappiest shot in the game. Just take your dunk, take the lead, and there you go. 19 points on, to be fair, very solid efficiency. But I just don't trust his jumper at all. And that kills a card. At a competitive level, I'm not going to get to the rim this easily, especially against somebody who knows Paul Pierce's jumper isn't good. They're just going to go under everything and contest late, and it's going to be easy to get those contests still. The honest truth is, he'd be really good if he had a good jumper, but he doesn't, and that's really disappointing. I hope y'all did enjoy the video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon, and I appreciate y'all. Peace.